So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clip.
So, Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She's trying to get y'all locked and worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clipboard. I know the Chicago Sky is making headlines again, but not because of a clutch three or a jaw-dropping highlight. Nope. This time it's all about sideline chaos, starring none other than Angel Reese, who's been busy collecting TikTok views and Instagram likes while apparently forgetting that real leadership isn't something you can edit in with a filter. Her latest meltdown has left first-year head coach Tyler Marsh in a serious bind, stuck choosing between enforcing discipline or letting dysfunction run wild. One wrong decision here, and his rookie coaching season might end up as the ultimate cautionary tale for every team that confuses big-name hype with actual chemistry. If you think the Sky should let go of Ree, then comment fire the baby giraffe. Let's go. Well, we know Angel Reese has definitely been in the headlines, man, after erupting in a press conference, pretty much swearing at reporters. And I'm here to tell you today is another day of the Angel Ree drama, because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes. Now, all of this went down during the Washington Mystics game. This happened on National. This all came to a head during the final seconds of a tense 81-79 loss to the Washington Mystics. With just under 30 seconds left in the game tied at 77, Ree decided to go off script in spectacular fashion. She stormed over to the sidelines and slapped a clipboard clean out of the hands of Crosby, who just so happens to be the VP of basketball operations and the team's strength and conditioning lead. This wasn't just a tiny temper flare. It was a full-on meltdown playing out live on national TV for everyone to see. The referees blew every whistle. The referees blew every whistle. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There was one play where Angel Reese dribbled backward. She backed into Aaliyah Edwards and tripped over her own feet and got free throws. The free throws that led to this happening were unbelievably soft that led to Angel Ree breaking a coach's clipboard, walking over and slapping a coach's clipboard. And let's be clear, this wasn't some harmless accident or a little trip of the foot. This was calculated flat-out disrespect blasted and HD Angel Ree, who just landed the NBA 2K26 cover as supposedly the face of leadership and greatness, couldn't hold it together for half a minute. In the biggest crunch time of the game, she let her emotions steamroll her professionalism, leaving maturity right there on the bench where it apparently feels most comfortable. What makes it worse? This isn't an isolated thing. It's just the latest episode in a season-long reality series starring Angel Reese. She's been busy stirring the pot all year on the court, off the court, wherever she can. Drama trails behind her like a stubborn shadow she refuses to shake. A lot of people are picking up on is when she is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand. And you guys, my honest reaction to this when I first saw it, I was just laughing. It's kind of like the reaction that you're seeing from me right here. I wouldn't look into this too hard. I know it's already become controversial because they're like, oh, if another player did this, there would be think pieces written about it. Remember all the endless subtweets at Caitlin Clark? The weekly rant about refs somehow conspiring against her. The endless poor me routine she's been milking since tip-off. This clipboard debacle is simply the newest entry in what's clearly evolving into the Angel Reese Variety Hour. And let's be honest, real stars, the kind you build around, don't behave this way. After the outburst, she hit social media with a limp excuse. Those are pissing me off. She posted like that somehow justified slapping clipboards out of executives' hands. No ownership, no real apology, just another throwaway excuse. And fans are seeing right through it. Are you okay, Barbie? The emotional decline continues for Angel Reese. The temper tantrums, the complete loss of emotional control continues for the Bayou Barbie, as well as the Chi-Town Barbie and Double Barbie, and whatever other alias that Angel Reese has decided. Now, we got to talk about Tyler Marsh because the poor guy is in an absolute no-win situation. This is his first year as a head coach, and he arrived in Chicago with a loaded resume. NBA, WNBA, multiple championship runs. He's been molded by some of the best minds in the business. Nick Nurse, Rick Carroll, Becky Hammond. The man is known for building trust, developing players, crafting cultures where teams actually thrive. But all that experience means zilch if he can't control his own locker room. Right now, watching Angel Reese swat clipboards out of staffers' hands with zero fallout, it's starting to look like the players are calling the shots, not the coach. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus. Marsh was hired specifically because of his reputation for building cultures of accountability and mutual respect. GM Jeff Palioa even went on record bragging about Marsh's dedication to growing each player's individual strengths and his sharp basketball mind. But calm speeches and elegant philosophies don't mean a thing if they don't translate into discipline when it's needed most. This right here is Marsh's first true gut check as a head coach. Drawing up X's and O's, juggling rotations, helping players improve. That's the easy stuff. The real test is what happens when your so-called star decides to act like a brat in front of millions. Hey Reese, part 49. Let's go. Why they play at 11:30 in the morning? What is this? Summer camp. Bye. Look it. She's calling ISO. Get out the way. They say her handle is as smooth as butter. Did somebody say butter? Butter. Everybody now. You hear a lot of chatter and commentary that Angel could shoot now. She's really worked on that 3-ball file destruction of property charge. He's trying to break all the windows in the building. Check this out. Oh, so what did Marsh do after that clipboard clattered to the floor? Did he instantly yank Reese out of the game? Pull her aside for a serious chat? Sit her on the bench to let her cool off? According to every report, nope. None of that. The game just rolled on, and Reese finished up with 22 points and 15 boards. Nice stats that got completely overshadowed by her on-air tantrum. That's something that has yet to come together, but it's a necessity for us to win, Pagalokas said. She's had some great games, and she's had some games like everybody else that haven't been her best, but she's our best chance of versatility on this roster. We need more production out of her, but we need her to help us in other ways, too. We need more production out of her. Jeff Paglio has been seeing some of the disappointment. And that silence from Marsh, it's deafening, especially when you remember all his talk about accountability and building a title-worthy culture. Because championship environments aren't built just by players who can put up numbers. They're forged by players who keep their composure under pressure, who lead by example, who don't slap clipboards out of executives' hands on live TV. A very political guy, but Angel Rioing her far-right side here was not something I expected. Bang! Time to take another look at the strategy where you go into the paint and then hit fire. Not quite sure if it's a viable long-term strategy. I was going to let destruction of property slide, but now we're going to go for decapitation. We're behind bars. Oh my gosh. And she's going crazy on her coach. Not the clipboard. No. Hit your free throws. All is forgiven. What? How about it? Come on. Please. Bang. This is where things get downright fascinating. Angel Reese loves to brand herself as a role model. She's quick to preach about representation, about inspiring young girls to be bold, confident, and unapologetically take up space. But seriously, what message is she sending when she decides to take her frustration out on a member of her own coaching staff? If this had been any other player, some rookie on a 10-day contract or a bench warmer trying to secure a roster spot, there would have been instant consequences. A benching, a hefty fine, maybe even a suspension. But because it's Angel Reese, the supposed face of the franchise, The double-double darling of social media headlines. It's suddenly a different rule book. Wild. All right, it was wild. I mean, tempers were flying. This was an all-out rivalry, man. All right. I mean, even Angel Reese was pissed at this moment. Look at this. Pissed. All right. Pissed. This was close to the end of the game. 29 seconds left. Game tie. Game on the line. And I think she was called for. Meanwhile, look at the scoreboard. The Chicago Sky are 613 dangling near the league's basement. They're not just losing games, they're losing their entire identity. When your so-called star player is more focused on building her online brand than leading her team to wins when she's out here slapping clipboards because the refs aren't calling things her way, you're not running a basketball team. You're running a reality show with sneakers. Angel Reese had a great game. She had 22 points, 15 rebounds. There are some questionable calls from the referees on both ends of the floor during this game against the Washington Mystics, and they ended up losing by 2 points.